你下决定了，开头，我中了，我已经帮你来好了，你背
这边
没事，你们谁去？有吗？来。
Are you supposed to make a single touch and yours?
Good evening, everyone, and welcome again to a showcase from Champspeak Teens. Tonight we have Champspeak Teens 2. A warm round of applause for all of you. And so, thank you, parents, for coming, and also our friends on YouTube who are watching, and also our parents who will watch later on your performances. Let me give you a brief introduction of what we're doing today. So, for the past 2 months, long 2 months for our champions. I don't think all of them enjoyed the 2 months because it was a lot of monotonous going into the same theme again and again. The theme was home. We have went through the idea of home. Some of them have come up with academic work that they will present to you later on. These are students who enjoy doing research and they want to go into citations and they want to go into research posters. Yeah? We also have students who went into sculptures. Most of their sculptures are now almost halfway to the landfill because have happened in the past few months. I'm surprised to see that this sculpture here has survived our Boulevard trip all the way and then back here again. So they're going to present it to you. Okay. There are also students who will just give you speeches. Okay. So from speech to 这样的 sculptures to 这样的 research 都有. Yeah. And at the end of I think 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, we gave them the choice, 他们可以选 to pick one that they feel most comfortable with and 他们要做. So most students picked stories, personal speeches and stories. Some students pick to do both. Okay, so later you might see your child coming on stage twice. Right? So these are all our projects from home. Every champion has to speak for at least 5 minutes. So if the team has 3 persons, they need to speak for 15 minutes. Okay? Welcome again, ladies and gentlemen, to our showcase for home. And I'll pass the mic to Teacher Ivy. Teacher Ivy.
Let's start tonight with the performance from Audrey, Ian, and Tyrone.
Hi there, have you ever imagined having a water park just around your neighborhood? Now is the best time for someone to make it happen. In the best place, our home, Miri. Miri isn't just where we live, it's where we study, where we grow, where we spend time with family and friends. Years ago, there was a news about building a water park in our Miri. But sadly, that dream disappeared. But today, the dream is alive again. Did you know Miri will soon welcome the Canala Smart City Lagoon Theme Park? That's right, a massive 75 million project, a brand new water park is coming to our city. That's it, we can enjoy it all year round, even if it's rain or shine. That's why we're here today to remind everyone our dreams is possible and make our Miri even a better for all of us. Take a look at our creation. The gold face reminds us of a haunted house attraction, exciting, mysterious, just like the tree we want in Miri. The tentacles hands stay for the octopus riders. Fun for kids and families, our hearts of our community. The basket represents the Ferris wheel cabins, and refreshing the cold water is joy and laughter for everyone. And the whole trip structure is look like a roller coaster, and the giant slide is is full of movement and energy and adventure. But our end goal is beyond fun, right? We want to make New Year happier, healthier, and stronger home. In attract tourists, boosting for our local economy and creating jobs for people in our community. It gives us space to enjoy outdoors, celebrate life, and be proud of our hometown. Miri, our homes, a place that we can be proud of. Our home deserve the best. That's all for our presentation. Thank you.
Thank you for the great theme park idea. Now let's have Elise to share with us our thoughts for home.
What is home? Is it just a building with four walls and a roof? Or is it a group of people that you love gathered together and created many valuable and unforgettable times? So, what is home? A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Elise. Today, I'm going to discuss about what is home. Since I was 5, my parents went to Philippines and worked at there. So it means that my parents is absent in my childhood journey. Even though I grew up with my grandma, but every time I see my classmates and my friends can be fetched up by their parents after school, I just keep wondering why my parents isn't beside me and fetch me up after my school. And I just keep wondering, do I did any mistake? Is there any wrong with me? So these questions following me throughout my whole childhood journey. So that at that time, family means nothing, home means nothing for me. But now I grew up, I'm 16. Home, the meaning of home is changed for me. My parents live at Philippines. So I realized people that you love, it doesn't mean that they need to stay with you physically. They can stay with you mentally. Like my parents that live at overseas. But I can still remember them. I still love them. Our hearts still connected with each other. So for me, my family like this, it's the way we love each other is kind of mentally whole. Next, I want to talk about the member of family needs communication. Last time, my brother is bullied by his classmates at school. But at first, my brother didn't say anything when he reached home. But I can still sense his emotions that is very bad. Even though I asked, Isaac, why are you so upset? But he still didn't say any reason. Until my mother told me, Elise, do you know your brother is bullied by his classmate at school? And I just realized, maybe this is the reason that why he's upset today at that time. So I rushed inside to his room and said and asked him, what is happening today? Can you talk to me? Can you just talk to me? But at first, he didn't say anything. And finally, he talked to me. He told me everything happened at school. It's, I cannot say any word to him. Like I didn't experience been bullied before, so it's hard to me to relate it with him deeply. But the sentence that I repeated the most is that I always stand behind you. Can you understand it? In this, he said, I always stand behind you. This is the word that the most. So at that time, I realized that family needs communication at every time, even though you are in any moment, you need to communicate with your family. So what's the takeaway? First, family is not about distance. Even though you're in Malaysia and your beloved one is at Africa, you can create a mentally whole. So family isn't about love. And second, family needs communicate at every time. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Edie, for having us home is someone who loves you no matter the distance. Now, let us invite Jaden to share with us about home.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. My name is Jaden. Today, I want to share a story about my parents and what I learned in this story about love, helping others, and being responsible. Last week, my exam week, but my friend got a problem. His mom need to go out this town, but he's only have one parents. He don't have any car to send him to school. My parents decided to listen this. They quickly to both us to school. And in this part, I'm very touched in this part is they very busy at the work and their things in the home. They didn't complain, but they're very tired. I just need to help them. I cannot. They were very tired, so we need to thankful and care to other people. We not just being great, being kindly and painfully to other people. We need to help other people. This is a help for my life. Thank you.
Thank you, Jaden, for sharing his story with us. Now, let us invite Kaden and Jerome to share with us about their different perspectives of home.
Need two mics?
Hello everyone. Today me and Kaden are going to present about our opinion on home. To me, home is the history, and to me, home is our country. Not just a safe place, a house, or a family. This is a story of me when I was 9. I was over at my grandma's house when he told me this. We were waiting for the fireworks to start, and I was wondering why did we have fireworks and watch those lions? Why did we watch it? And he had told me the story of the Nian. We watched it at first, but I didn't fully understand what happened. So To me, so to me, home is to me Chinese New Year is not just for us to for, for us to celebrate for the surgeon, but it's actually for us to go together as a group.
I will be talking about culture. Home is alive through culture, festivals. It is the food that carries flavors through generations. It is music and dances.
Good to speak to us, huh? No shame in picking up your key notes. No problem. You can take a look. Take a look. Watch it. No shame, no shame. Look at your keywords, remind yourself, prospect, and then talk to us. Nothing in there needs to be formal. Okay? Nothing. It's all for you. Okay.
It is the music and dances that echoes in our mind. In Sarawak, there are a lot of cultures like Iban, Maranao, Chinese, and Malayu. We often see them in food courts, having their meals and having businesses together. I don't really think much about them, but I respect all of them. That's all from me.
Conclusion, our home is not just a safe place or a family, but it's our cultures and and our history. It's all for me.
Thank you. Hope is also our culture and history. Let's invite James and Alicia to share with us about home.
Good evening, everyone. So my name is James.
My name is Elisha.
So basically, you can see this one is our scientific poster, and this one is our example information of the. So today we will present about Malaysia government steal the idea from a creative team. So if you want to know more detail, please listen for my partner.
First, in mid-2022, MITI engaged CMG informally to lead the development of Malaysia's creative vision for Expo 2025. There was no official letter of appointment, but CMG was trusted to create the team story and architectural direction. What CMG contributed? A fully development concept title, One with Nature, aligning with Expo 2025 main theme. A culturally immersive story structure using practical acts to guide the experience. Creative frameworks combining architecture, digital storytelling, and environmental messaging.
Introduction of world-famous architect Kengo Kumar to serve as the design lead, a major win for the project. Despite repeated verbal assurances from officials, CMG never received a formal contract. They continue working based on trust, believing recognition and payment would follow.
So basically, it's about government use the idea from CMG but did not pay anything without any contract. But finally, CMG found it. Oh, government used my idea, so they will fight for their right for creativity. So now we got a question asking for you guys, who is the right one, CMG or government? If you think CMG is right, please raise your hand.
Could you give us more information before we make our you don't know.
Okay.
What did CMG do? What did the Malaysian government do? That could be wrong.
So basically, before the Malaysia asking for CMG to give the information, CMG said like that, hey Malaysia government, I got some idea. I want to introduce my idea for you. So CMG basically just tell them all the idea, that what they think, what they made, what they want to design, tell all to Malaysia government. Government said, oh, your idea is good. You can do some more improvement, so I can do some contract with you. But lastly, Malaysia government like friend always boutique you, just suddenly disappear. You cannot find Malaysia government anymore. But suddenly at 2025, the design come out at the S4 2025. So they see the building, the design, they used by Malaysia government, but did not pay by anything, any credit.
Can you go back and go through part and part of the document? You have one part of the document that tells us the contract, and then later on tells us the tender. Can you explain to us in terms of contract, who is correct? In terms of tender, who is correct? Only then can we make a decision. Contract first, please.
So for the contract basically is like asking you about to correct the idea. Like I send a contract to public, I ask, oh, who got idea to build something? Like I send a contract to build my house. I ask many designers, okay, who got idea? Who can accept this contract? So this one basically is about the contract. So based on the contract, actually it's Malaysia government right, because Malaysia government before Malaysia government send a contract, CMG already give the idea. And the level is see based on the tender. It back on the standard, back on the role, also Malaysia government right. Because Malaysia government never said, oh, okay, I like black work, black and white work. Okay, I promise you, I will give you money and then I will use your design. No, it just say like this, like you say one side, like later I give you 100 ringgit lah. Just like that, just be simple say like that. So if we get tender, also Malaysia government right. So actually, Malaysia government no need to pay anything. But the problem is, if the world is like that, who will become the next designer? Who will protect the right of the designer? The creativity just free like that. Just its idea just come out. Everything can do that. No, it's not like that. So basically, we need to have some law like every idea has their right. Not can just use like Chin Chinese. Like, I want to use an idea, I use lah. I don't need to ask because I don't have tender with you I don't have contract with you so I can use like that lah. No, basically it's not like that. We think that CMG have their right. If nobody protect that, would be less and less designer in the world. So I want you guys to think about it. CMG is the right one, or Malaysia government is the right one. Of course.
Can we have Initia's opinion? What does she think? Does she think who is right? Or should we not make a decision? What's the current status also?
I think CMG is the right one because CMG receives government no reply, no compensation, no access to filter opportunities. CMG remains silent publicly during this time.
So for me, both idea is Malaysia government just like goes like your friend, suddenly put it you and then disappear in the world. So we feel very angry for this one. But based on law, based on tender, based on contract, of course, Malaysia government is right. But we want to try to protect it, want to try to fight it to everyone, to let everyone know, okay, the world has this thing. If nobody know, nobody protect, the next thing will be more and more and more. The designer will be less and less and less. So in the future, maybe we will be a very quiet. Nobody want to fight out for this thing. So now I'm asking again, who agree with who think CMG is right? Oh, still same. So who think government is right? So yeah, actually it's both is right because don't have tender and contract one. But we still want to protect. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Good job, James. Dear parents, for context, there were two teams that did this project. These two projects were presented to the public at Boulevard Shopping Mall during the Cake Jalan Festival. And then they went out and then they started collecting opinion. 你觉得谁对？你觉得谁对？ I was very scared. Thank you.
Thank you, team. I believe we've all gained valuable insights just now. Next on, let's warmly welcome Cairo to share with us her stories.
Hello, microphone. Stand. Wow. Second round, let's go.
I remember one evening day when I was in secondary schools. It was the first time I didn't get an A in my math test, and I was terrified to go home. I imagined scolding, lectures, and disappointments. But when I back home, I told my mother my math scores and my sadness. My mother sat close to me and held my hands and said that it's all right, we will work on it together. And beside that, my brother, instead of laughing at me, he helped me to check my exam papers and check where the problem I met. He patiently explains all the mistakes that I made. And also, he gave me encouragement to believe that I could do better next time. At that time, I realized that home is not a place that it's a place that reminds you of your home. When you are back home, the lights of the homes is always on. And there's always your people is waiting for you. At home, you don't need to pretend. You can cry when you're sad, laugh when you're happy, and be your true self. Your family will tolerate you, your willfulness, wipe away your tears, understand your pains, and take care of your hearts. No matter how hard your fault outside, your family will catch you. In the end of the story, I refer home to H, hopeful, O, optimistic, M, merciful, and E, encouragement. Thank you.
Thank you, Cairo. Now, let us invite Ian to share with us another story.
Wow.
Hello everyone. What do you guys think about home? When I think of home, I think of my grandparents who always care for me, especially when I'm feeling sad or I get a bad result in my exam. I still remember my first exam in Form 1, which was 21. I failed Sejarah. I was really scared that my grandparents would scold me, but they didn't. Instead, they talked to me about how to score better in Sejarah. So that I wouldn't fail again. Then they also told me that secondary school is not as easy as primary school. They comfort me and encourage me to do better next time. From that day on, I started paying more attention in class, and I tried to memorize everything about Sejarah in the textbook, and so that I wouldn't fail again. And not only that, my grandparents also have a special way of making a house feels like home. It could be the smell of the food they have been cooking since before I was born, or the way they tell the same story over and over, but somehow each time feels like a first. Their home is where I listen. Their home is where I make dumplings and shrimping buns from scratch. I listen to their childhood story from a time with no phone or Wi-Fi, just imagination and family. So I remember that time I make the dumplings and I don't know how to make. So my grandparents helped me. And my grandparents also taught me lessons no school ever could, like how to listen, how to appreciate small things, and how to sit still and just be. They remind me that home isn't about how fast we go, it's about slowing down and enjoying the moment. So I realized that I was growing older, and I realized how much my grandparents mean to me. So I wish I had more chance to visit my grandparents because I don't want them to feel forgotten. Home is more than a place. It's my grandparents' lovely kitchens. It's the old chair by the window. It's the warmth of their love, still felt even when they are far away. Thank you, Webo, for your story, your patience, and your strength. You have shown me that what home truly means, which was comfort and wisdom that lasts a lifetime. That's all from me. Thank you.
It's truly a to have such a loving grandparent. Now, let us hear from Wallace.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Wallace, and I'm 13 years old this year. I, when we hear the word home, the first thing that comes to mind is family. A house may be built with bricks and walls, but a real house is built with love and care. A family is the heart of every home because they are the people who guide us, support us, and help us through life. Parents are the best example of unconditional love because, if for instance, one day my mother, I came back from school feeling very tired because I was sad. I did not say anything, but my mother noticed immediately. She brought me food and reminded me to rest. That small act showed me my mother's care for us even without words. Father also showed their love in different ways. My father works hard every day and sometimes comes home very late at night. Although he's tired, but he also asks me about my day and also encourages me to do better. Although he might not always say I love you, but his sacrifices clearly prove it. Family is also about the small moments we share together. I remember one weekend when we are playing a board game. Me and my family argued a little, and laugh again. In conclusion, family is what makes a house a family, a home, a house a home.
Thank you, Wallace. Next on, we'll have Joshua to share with us his story.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Joshua. I'm here to present about the topic home. Normally, when you think of home, you normally picture a house built by bricks and wood. However, I'm here to say much more than that. Home is where we learn patience, kindness, forgiveness, and more. I remember one time when me and my family were playing video games together. Although I didn't do much, I really enjoyed the time that I spent with them. Home is, in conclusion, home is much more than just, it is the love, the patience, the kindness, the forgiveness that live inside it. Thank you.
Thank you, Joshua. Home isn't just about brick and walls. It's about people who live in it. Next one, we will have our nervous but courageous champion James, who would like to share with us his childhood memories. James.
So, good evening, everyone. So, as you can see, this is my second round already. Yes, it's of course, thank you. So, basically, I was sure about the story when I'm childhood. So, when I was primary 3, at that time, I never drive again. So, my mom helped me to he told me to tell the bird and then said, hey, go to drive this camera, and then he just submit it like that. And then this was my first time to drive camera. I was very excited. I packed my bag with clothes, snack, toothbrush, even though my pillow. So during the day, we played the game together, we sang the song loudly, we shared the snack happily. We played very fun. Because I made a lot of friends at my age, same age. So we can play very fun. But when the night is come, everything becomes different. The hall at church is very quiet. And when light off, the students look so big and so scary. I'm so scared. And then I just tell my teacher, teacher, please follow me your phone. I want to call my mom. I want to go back now. So after I tap the phone for my teacher, I just go like that. Mom, faster. It's so scared. I feel ghosts in the church. So I must say, don't worry, I will come in soon. Then he just called. And then when I hear my mom's voice, I cannot hold back my feeling. I directly cry in front of my teacher. Cry like baby, you know. At that time, I'm really scared. But at that night, I learned something very important. Home is not just a place to have bed, have pillow, have food. It's the place the people you love will give you warmth, will give you love, will let you feel, oh, this place is safe. Even though know goes or not, I'm not sure lah. No, you will never feel, oh, or something will come at there, or something will come at outside. No, you will feel, oh, my mom is beside me. Just, oh, look at that, oh, it's my mom will protect me. You feel sad. It's different. Even though church got to protect me, but I cannot feel that. When I'm in home, I can feel, oh, my mom did my in love in my womb. So the thing I learned is the home is not just the place, got the wall, got the chair, got the table. It's not just like that. Got my family member, got my father, my mother, my sister. They will protect me, even though they always call me at my home. But when something emergency happen, they will just run in here and hey, just what happened to you? You still okay? You need to go to hospital, even though I just and need to see the doctor already. I need to see. My mom is very lovely. I can feel love, really love in my home. Even though, yeah, I know in the church you will see like God lah, teacher lah, many people beside you. Even my friend just beside me, my best friend. But I cannot feel sad. I still feel lonely. I don't know. Every time when I childhood, I must stay beside my mother on the same day. So yes, home is the thing. If people you love, you feel that is home. Thank you.
Thank you, James. Home is a place you will think of no matter how far you are. Lastly, let us invite Brain to share with us his story. Bradley. Sorry.
Right side, no right side. Right side, please. Please, let's go.
Mic test. Okay, we are set. All right. Good evening, everyone. I am your final speaker, I'm Yuja, but you may address me as Bradley for tonight. Today, I'm going to share some personal stories of mine that made me truly appreciate Miri as a place that I've been living all my life. So let's start from the beginning. Let's see. Yes. Okay, so when I was around 7 years old, my mom and dad brought me and my little sister to Melbourne, Australia, where my maternal grandmother lives. And while we were there, which I don't really remember how long the trip was, I remember there was one time while eating at some restaurant, I kept asking my mom and dad the same question, like, hey, mom, pa, when are we going back home? Like, and they just said, oh, don't worry, we'll be back home soon, lah, you know. Okay, so now let's perform quick time skip all the way to I maybe last year there was a spelling bee that I participated in representing my school. My teacher was also there to like be my supervisor, whatever. And while I was there doing the all the spelling, all the word spelling, I got the word. Okay, the word I got that I think I did not like succeeded was the word descent. I'm not though I think the descent I spelled was one that ends with a T, but it ended up being the one with the letter D. Yeah. And because of that, out of like 20 competitors that were there, I finished 14th place. And also a quick mention, I also took part in the 2023 spelling bee against other schools. I got a top 10 finish of 8th place. So yeah, I did like almost 2 times worse. Yeah, and as my mom and dad out, I just cannot help but constantly look down, trying not to say anything to them. But they knew but they knew like this is definitely not the first time I've like been in a situation like this. So they're like, hey, son, it's okay lah. Hey, next time there's going to be another one, and just make sure like you learn from your mistakes. So yeah, and okay, now for my last personal story of the night, which I think was about 2 months ago, somewhere like July. Like it was my very first time. I'm taking taking the Malaysian football lesson like KPJ all that. While I was there, there's something very unfortunate I had to address while I was there. The entire like 5 6 hour lesson was completely in Bahasa Melayu, which is a language I'm not the best singer. I'll say that. Yeah. I'm not the best. I'm not the best. I know some words, but no one perfect. As I was there, apparently, like shortly after break, they suddenly switched teachers. They suddenly switched to a Chinese one, which when I asked her, tried to ask her questions in English or Chinese, she actually answered it perfectly, which thank God it switched. So yeah. So as I said before, this was my last personal story. So yeah, I guess that will be it. The show is officially settled. Thank you for listening.
Hello, champions. Thank you for your heartfelt speeches and your presentations. We want to acknowledge the fear that was in the room today. Yeah. So in the room today, before we started, we had some of our champions who freaked out. Yeah, freaked out. They had scripts that they prepared 3 weeks in advance, 4 weeks in advance, and today was just the right day to down it. Yeah. Looking at it, they were like, what's wrong? What's going on? He said, teacher, the teacher last week told me my score is all over the place. I said, okay, so good enough. Okay, did you think it was not good enough last week? Yes. Did you do it more? How do you feel now? I said, I'm not ready. Sorry, bro. No choice. You gotta tell yourself you're ready. Yeah? Lesson number 1. Preparation trumps everything. Yeah? You've got the skill, you've got the practice that went through life. Maybe your mom or your teacher trained you all your life. But when it comes to preparing, some lousier speaker can win any day if they are prepared earlier. Yeah? So that's number 1. In Champspeak, the danger is when you are a good speaker. If you are a good speaker and you join our class with Teachers Investor, you're most probably going to be the speaker that don't prepare, and don't memorize, and don't plan, and don't stick to one work for a long time. You would come into class with a new speech every week because you can. Yeah? The trophies you see in front of champs, your teachers' trophies for public speaking, and all your coaches' trophies, all of these came from one speech that was repeated 100 times over. Yeah? Everything was planned to sound natural. Even our sneeze and our cough was written in. Yeah? You need to make your body cough and sneeze at that time for that time. And people feel like, wow, how they don't write script? God's script one. Okay. Yeah? But we tipu and we memorize it so much. When you throw us on stage, our body's responses go to those same habits. Yeah? When we say, yeah, we do the same action as we do it all the time. Okay? Number 1 is preparation trumps all of it. Number 2, our battle is the battle against AI. We teach you AI. Yes? If you do your work without AI, you cannot walk. You do your work with too much AI, you cannot walk also. Then like, teacher, what you want me to do? We want you to control AI. And how to control AI? You've got to have your own ideas first. For parents, this wall here, the wall of cards here are our wall of ideas. If you walk around, there are many. The prompt was what's important to you in life. The higher the idea is on the link, that's the most important to the child. The lower it is, that's the least important. If you see certain color schemes together, then those are groups. Okay? So in here, they learn how to come up with ideas, and ideas are cheap. If you come to Champspeak after 4 semesters, 5 semesters, should be no problem for you to come up with ideas. Then next, we need to teach you how to filter out and select. Only then you will zone in and you focus on the certain things. Okay? So our battle is against AI. And how to win, you need to own your ideas. You need to love your stories. If you realize all your children came up with their stories, whether long or short, they have the power to select moments in their life to highlight. And champions, you realize or not, no matter how simple your stories are, it's still better than what AI tells you. Even if your story, you say, you know, that day I went stomachache. And then I think of my mom. Still better than the beautiful sentences the AI will give you. Your mother blossoms like a flower, all cannot compare to your real life stomachache stories with mom. Okay? Number 2 is your battle with AI. And finally, the last thing is a message for our dear parents today. A lot of our champions here today who have their breakthrough, their speeches, they are beautiful and their heartfelt things, all came from the competitions and the activities that they spend time with us full time. I want to highlight a few students here who have gone through more full-time activities with us at Chaps. Elise, wave. James, wave. James and Elise have been with us to Thailand for the Indigenous Wisdom Program. And then later on, Elise went on to do the World Scholars Cup in Bangkok with us again. In total, they had spent maybe, I think the teachers have seen them for a good at least 2 months in Champs. Every day we meet them and a lot of, not easy, a lot of scolding, a lot of doing work. And if it was for competitions, they will hold hand like teacher, and they lose or they win, they cry and they not. But all of these are moments that we build character with them. Melon, can you bring up the NASA SpaceX poster for me? So this is an invitation for you. Competitions are always open at Champs. Okay. The next coming up competition is the NASA SpaceX. NASA SpaceX, and also for some of our Form 1 and Form 2 students, they can come for the Kickstart Entrepreneur Program. This is a free competition, not like the World Scholars Cup, only to pay. Okay. The pink color one is over already, closing date already. The blue color one is still open. NASA SpaceX is due for submissions on the 4th and 5th of October. 4th and 5th, there will be a hackathon in 13. But we are gathering all our students here and preparing and drilling them here. Okay. So the submission is video based. After they submit, judges will select top 20, and then top 20 will meet in a city in Sarawak, paid for by the Sarawak government to present. Winner will go to Houston, Texas, NASA headquarters. Also sponsored by the Sarawak government. Okay. This is a great opportunity, and also good news. You can join as a family. Okay. You can join as a family, mom, dad, and children. Then you go under the senior team. Today, this time in Champspeak, we have one team, myself, Sylvester, Brian, and Dr. Ang are joining as a team. Okay? So we are working on that. We are instigating our Champspeak teachers to join as a team as well. Teacher Jaji is not convinced. Okay? And then, so you can form teams here, and good news, we are coaching them here. Okay? Next week is the preparation week. Remember, anytime Champs is open, that is practice time. You don't need to send them for food. Okay, you don't need to send them for food. So if you only have 2 hours, 2:4点, then you send them 2:4点. When they come here, it's like a study group. So they come in, there'll be teachers hovering around, they'll do your work and all. What are you doing next? And these are the times that we can really build on the confidence of the champions. Yeah. So please do send them for these competitions. The coaching fee, Mr. Mellon will send to you. It is not more than 100 ringgit. Okay, not more than 100 ringgit to make sure they are carried through all the way to semis. After they go through semi, if we need another week of intensive, Baru will come to you again for another 100 ringgit. Okay, so yes, send them to this competition. The other one is the blue one at the back. That's the Kickstart Entrepreneur Program. Kickstart Entrepreneur is individual. Preparation happened this afternoon here. So if you look here, these are the things that your children will have to learn when they prepare for the competition. We were preparing the primary schoolers, and they have to learn about the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, because they are thinking of business ideas and what should these businesses solve. So I appreciate all these 安全感朋友跟家 and love all this. And these are things that matter at the end of the day. Yeah, matter at the end of the day. I'm so impressed when our children come up and tell us their higher order reflections of what home is. And how can home be outside of your house and encompass your whole country? Many of our adults out there cannot think that. And we're very, very proud of the children. This ends our showcase today. Another round of all champions. For these parents, we want to record, it's a very encouraging crowd. For the next showcases, we want to invite more parents to come. Could you allow us to take a picture of you? We want to encourage all the other parents to come for the next showcase as well. Lights on and we'll take a picture. Thank you. Oh, parents, can you gather in front? Check stage or how? Like come. Champions, you go on stage. I don't think it's scary for 1 minute. The next showcase is in December, right before the school holidays. Right before school holidays. Can stand with mommy, daddy, stand with parents. Thank you, Eddie. Who wants to sing first row line? Come sit. Okay. So please make sure your children are here 1 week before the holidays, right? 1 week before the holidays. And you can should be the 18th or the 17th of December. For their showcase, final one. But this is not a semester showcase, it's just halfway. Chair speakers, all our champions here, chair speakers, come. I want to tell you about your answer.
What's the challenge?
Chair speakers, for say again, 3 of you. I would suggest okay. If you want to do Sarawak Space Challenge, maximum is 5. Parents, so you will understand that if your child is 13, 14, I highly suggest go for Kid Premier. Kid Premier need to, I think the notice was sent out, there are time slots today, tomorrow, all the way to next Tuesday. Okay. Just in Saturday also. They need to come for at least 3 times of 2 hours. We will brainstorm with them, write script with them, and record them and submit. Okay. For that, for the competition, that's the Kid Premier one. If you are 13 to 14, work to fight for that one. Okay. If not, if you have a team ready, you can come for the space challenge. Okay. Space challenge. Kid Premier's prices are higher. Top price is 10K, 20K, sorry. Top price individual 20K, second price 10K, third price 5K, and there are many 3,000 ringgit prices. And a lot of 500 ringgit prices. As long as you've got 20, and they will fly you to KL also. Fly you to KL, give you hotel, everything covered. Keep pregnant. We want for this one. Sarawak Space Challenge is huge. Sarawak Space Challenge is the largest NASA program competition in the world. You will be fighting against Sarawak Space Challenge first, and then they will submit your project to NASA US to fight in the world. Consistently, Sarawak's projects will in the global rounds. Yeah. So, need to make decision as soon as possible, especially kidpreneur. Tomorrow afternoon already need to start recovering. No need to come full. If you got tuition 4 to 6, then you come 2 to 4. Okay? Just come at least 2 hours. Alright? Any more questions? Contact Mr. Allen or contact me. Thank you very much, champions. Come afternoon class, come Saturday morning to training. 下周2天出不用，连他来晚上，明天晚上到几点？Saturday 早上来。如果是 kidpreneur 是自己被搞的，他做得到。Who wants NASA bubble tea? 去的时候你会聊吗？我会建议你快问，不然的话我会去这边解题。Excellent， 为什么？好，这样问 excellent 明年的主席